What's up, folks? It's Sportsbook Killa, UFC 302. Don't miss it this Saturday. We got a phenomenal fight card ahead. It's going to be good, too. We're going to start with the main event, the lightweights. Islam Makhachev going up against Dustin the Diamond Poirier. Interesting fight. Dustin Poirier got roughed up really bad when he fought Khabib Nurmagomedov. Islam Makhachev is Khabib Nurmagomedov second coming. That's about the best I can put it. Makhachev is a combat sambo champ, great wrestler, good boxer, has good cardio, great takedowns, great ground game. Poirier is a jiu-jitsu black belt. He has some wrestling. He's a good wrestler. He's a phenomenal boxer, and he has great cardio, and he's a hard puncher. However, when they start fighting and Islam starts mixing up the striking with the takedowns, Poirier is going to have a really rough time. Poirier is not on Makhachev's level when they go to the ground. They're just not on the same level. And I don't know if we'll see Poirier jump the guillotine or not, but I'm going to be rolling with Islam Makhachev to win this one. I'm going to take the prop bet that the fight starts the second round, and I'm going to take the prop bet that the fight starts the third round. I'm also going to take the spread because Makhachev now is coming in at like 6-1. I want to try to reduce that some by taking the spread, which will probably be -5.5 because it's a 5-round fight. So I'll be taking Makhachev to win. I'll be taking the -5.5 spread with DraftKings, and I'll be taking the prop bets that the fight starts the second round and that the fight starts the third round. Next fight, we got the middleweights. Sean Strickland going up against Paulo Costa. Interesting fight. And this may be one of the best fights on the card. This may be the best fight on the card, as a matter of fact, because both of these guys are very tough. So I can see this fight. I will be taking the over 1.5 round prop and the over 2.5 round prop because both of these guys, they just don't give in. They bring it. They bring it each and every fight. Sean Strickland, he comes to fight. Paulo Costa, he comes to fight. Paulo Costa is the harder striker of the two. He has incredible leg kicks, kicks from all angles, and they're fast. He has good punching power, really good punching power. And he has a strong chin and good cardio. Sean Strickland, he's a jiu-jitsu brown belt. He has really good wrestling, so I don't see this fight going to the ground. I see both of them standing and striking because Strickland, even if Costa attempted a takedown, Strickland's good enough to either get back up or defend the takedown. Strickland has a very strong chin, but his boxing is really good, and he has great cardio. So I'm going to pick Strickland to win because I think he'll just keep walking Costa down, and Costa throws his strikes with a lot of power. So I think he'll kind of tire himself out, and I'm going to take Strickland to just outbox Costa and stay away from that power. If Costa lands, this could be a totally different outcome. But I'm going to lean Strickland. I think Strickland can outbox Costa for a few rounds and get the win. I think it'll be a close decision. I don't think it'll be, where the money line is 2-1 Sean Strickland. Sean Strickland's coming in now as a 2-1 favorite. I don't see that. So I'm going to go with Strickland to win. I'm going to take the over 1.5 round prop, and I'm going to take the over 2.5 round prop. Next fight. We got the middleweights. Kevin Holland going up against Mikhail Oleksiejczuk. Kevin Holland's going to be a 2.5-1 favorite in this fight. And he could clearly win this fight. He's going to be the taller guy. He's probably going to be the faster striker. He's probably going to be the better striker. But most of the guys that Oleksiejczuk have fought, they've taken the easy route lately. They just take him to the ground and choke him out. He doesn't have much of a ground game. I do not trust Kevin Holland's fight IQ. I think he'll stand and strike with them, and he could edge a decision. He could win a decision just striking with Oleksiejczuk. But Oleksiejczuk is a hard puncher, very hard puncher, and coming out of that southpaw stance, I wish I could count on Kevin Holland to grapple. I really do, but I don't think he will. I'm going to throw a little something on Kevin Holland, but I never like to go heavy on Kevin Holland because of his, like I said, lack of fight IQ. So I'll throw a little something on Kevin Holland. I could see this fight going the distance if Holland is successful. So I'll take the over 1.5 round prop, and I'll probably throw a little something on the over 2.5 round prop as well. But I'll take Kevin Holland to win to edge out a decision, maybe 2 rounds to 1. Next fight, the heavyweights, Jailton Almeida versus Alejandro Romanov. Now, this is going to be interesting because Romanov is going to be the bigger heavyweight, and Romanov can wrestle. Jailton Almeida is a chain grappler, period. He loves to wrestle, loves to grapple. Don't care too much for striking. He comes in, he goes directly at your legs as soon as the fight starts, or he's at your hips trying to take you down. And he's usually successful. A lot of bigger heavyweights have not been able to stop this man from taking them down. Once down, he has a phenomenal ground game. So if he gets you to the ground, he has some very good skills to submit you if your ground game isn't on point. He dominated Curtis Blades, and Curtis Blades is considered a good wrestler, but he dominated Curtis Blades on the ground until he shot for a takedown, left his head exposed, and got KO'd by Curtis Blades. But he constantly and consistently took down Derek Lewis. I know Derek Lewis is not known as a grappler, but the way he kept taking down the bigger man like that and dominating him on the ground, I got to go with Jailton Almeida, and here is why. Romanov has the worst cardio in the heavyweight division, I think. After the first round of wrestling with somebody who can actually wrestle Romanov, I think he'll be gassed, and it'll be pretty much over. So I'm probably going to throw a little something on. As a matter of fact, not probably. I am going to throw a little something on the under 2.5 round prop because I can see Romanov being exhausted after the first round, and then Almeida constantly going for takedowns in the second and third and getting the submission. So I can see that happening in this fight. But I definitely think the grappling of Jailton Almeida will wear down Romanov. I think it'll be tough for Almeida in the first round. But after that, if he can get outside of that first round, Romanov moves a whole lot slower and has a whole lot less to offer after that first round's over. So I'm going to go with Jailton Almeida, and I'm going to take the under 2.5 round prop. And I may even take Almeida minus 3.5 point spread because I think he should be able to out-grapple Romanov for all 3 rounds if it does go to a decision. And if it doesn't, he'll more than likely be the one that gets the submission. So I'll take another shot on Jailton Almeida. I know he fell short against Curtis Blades last time, but I like Jailton Almeida, so I'll go with him. That's one of my stronger picks. Next fight, we got the welterweights. Randy Brown going up against Elihu Zaleski dos Santos. Oh, boy. I like Randy Brown, but not in this fight here. And the reason why is because Randy Brown, he's a good striker. Very good. Good, strong jab. Boxes really, really well. The problem I have with Randy Brown is he's going up against a man who can really grapple. And he's going up against a guy who's beaten some really strong names in this division. Dos Santos has beaten Max Griffin. He's beaten Sean Strickland. And he's beaten Benoit Saint Denis. So anybody with that resume, I just can't bet on Randy Brown beating them, even though Randy Brown has an okay chance of outpointing him. He's definitely going to be the taller guy and the more lengthy guy, but he's going to have a longer reach and everything. But it's something about Dos Santos' resume that makes me say, I got to take a chance and bet on this upset. So I'm going to take Dos Santos and hope he can pull off this upset against Randy Brown. I'm also going to be betting the prop bet that the fight starts the second round and that the fight starts the third round. Next fight, we got the middleweights. Cesar Almeida going up against Roman Kopylov. Now, this is going to be this is a very hard to predict fight because Cesar Almeida is a former world kickboxing champ, and he has serious KO power. His right hand is nuclear. If it lands, he will short all circuits, no question. This guy he has a right hand on him. Roman Kopylov has some strong, powerful leg kicks, very fast hands. But I love the way this guy kicks. He kicks so quick, but his chin is exposed a lot. He gets hit. And if he gets hit clean by Almeida, it's going to be a short night for him. So I'm not even going to fool with the over-under in this one because I'm clueless as to how this may go. I'm going to lean Kopylov. I won't bet a lot on him. I'm going to lean Kopylov because I think if he comes in and boxes and hopefully uses those hard leg kicks to the body to slow down Almeida, maybe get a liver shot here and there with a quick switch kick, I think he'll be okay in this fight. So I'm going to lean Kopylov to win. I am. I'm going to lean Kopylov to win, and that's about all I can do with this one. I'm not going to fool with the over-under in this one. Next fight. We got the lightweights. Grant Dawson going up against Joe Solecki. This is going to be a grappler's paradise because both of these guys are grapplers, wrestlers, and both of them are really good on the ground. Both of them have good takedowns. One of the differences is Dawson, I believe, is a jiu-jitsu brown belt, and Solecki is a jiu-jitsu black belt. But I think Dawson's ground game, his wrestling is great. His ground game is phenomenal. He can take you down and get you back. His submission game should be a little bit better, but I'm going to lean Grant Dawson in this one. I think Dawson will probably win this. He sold me out on that loss to Bobby Green, by getting KO'd. He looked clueless in the stand-up in that fight. But this is just going to be grappling. This is going to come down to who is the better wrestler. That's what I think this fight comes down to. And I think Grant Dawson. I think it'll be Grant Dawson. So I'm definitely going to take the over 1.5 round prop in this one. And I'm going to take the over 2.5 round prop in this one. Next fight. Phil Rowe. We got the welterweights. Phil Rowe going up against Jake Matthews. Jake Matthews is almost like a 1.5 to 1 favorite. I'm not seeing it. I'm not. Phil Rowe is 6'3" with an 80.5-inch reach. That's a serious reach. And he's good on the ground. He has good takedowns, but his boxing's good. I love a fighter with a good, strong jab. He has a very nice jab, phenomenal cardio, and he's a versatile striker. He throws some kicks in there. He throws, he has a lot of little things that he does in there as opposed to just boxing, but I really like his boxing. So I got to take him for the upset over Jake Matthews. I really do. I just see Phil Rowe having a path to victory in this one. I understand if you want to go with Jake Matthews. I was looking for a reason to bet on Jake Matthews, but after watching his previous fights, I just wasn't impressed with what I saw. His ground game looked rather weak. He does have a strong chin, and he is a hard puncher. So Phil Rowe's got to be careful with the punching power. But other than that, I think Rowe can get 2 of these rounds on him. I do. I think he can win 2 rounds to 1. So I'm going to take the over 1.5 round prop and over 2.5 round prop, and I'm going to take Phil Rowe to pull off this upset. Next fight, we got the welterweights again. We got Nico Price going up against Alex Morano. I think the only chance Nico Price has in this fight is to land a punch and knock Alex Morano out. Morano is a jiu-jitsu black belt with really good submissions, fast submissions, and he's a taekwondo black belt. Fights really light on his feet. I think he'll definitely outstrike Nico Price with ease. I do see that. So in the stand-up, I think Morano has the advantage. And if the fight goes to the ground, he definitely has the advantage. So I'll be going with Alex Morano to win. And I'm going to bet that the fight starts the second round. That'll be the prop I take. Alex Morano to win, fight starting the second round. Next fight. We got welterweights again. A lot of welterweights on this card. Mickey Gall going up against Basil Hafez. If you guys remember Basil Hafez, he became rather famous because he took Jack Maddalena to the brink. They fought and he took Jack Maddalena down. Della Maddalena, I'm sorry. He took Jack Della down and he was pretty dominant on the ground. And he didn't look too bad in the stand-up against Jack. So a lot of people are liking this guy, and I think he's a good fighter, and I think he's going to develop into a really good fighter. But he's at minus 325 over Mickey Gall. And I can't bet on Hafez giving up 3-1 odds. I'm not going to do it. I'd rather take Mickey Gall. Mickey Gall's going to be taller. Mickey Gall's a jiu-jitsu black belt, and he has a pretty solid ground game. Mickey Gall's a hard puncher, and he has good boxing. I'll take my chances with the underdog in this one. I'll take Mickey Gall. I'll throw him in the parlay and see what he does. See if he can pull off the upset here. And he's at plus 260s right now. So I'll take Mickey Gall to win, and I'll just take the prop bet that the fight starts the second round and see how that works. Next fight, we got the bantamweight women's division. We got Eileen Perez going up against Jocelyn Edwards. Interesting fight. However, it's pretty cut and dry with me. Jocelyn Edwards gets taken down often even by some fighters that don't have the best takedowns. She gets taken down a lot. She has nothing on the ground, not much on the ground anyway. And Eileen Perez, her wrestling is good. She has good takedowns. She even has fast hands when she gets up there and starts throwing those hands. So I'm going to roll with Eileen Perez. I think she'll take Jocelyn Edwards down over and over again and either get the submission or just get the ground control time and win out a decision. So, and she is one of my stronger picks. I think Eileen Perez should win this one. No less than 2 rounds to 1. She may dominate all 3. And I'll take the over 1.5 round prop and over 2.5 round prop in this one. But Eileen Perez for me. Next fight. We got the flyweight division. Mitch Repulso going up against Andre Lima. If you guys remember last fight, Andre Lima won on disqualification. He was bitten in the cage. Guy bit his arm. And honestly, I thought Lima was losing that fight. I don't know why the guy bit him. But I had Lima to win that fight. And I was glad for that bite because it didn't look like Lima was going to come out of that fight victorious. But Mitch Repulso is taking this fight on about 2 weeks' notice. Mitch Repulso has explosive takedowns and really good wrestling, and his boxing's pretty good. He looks kind of like a young Henry Cejudo is who he reminds me of when I watch him fight. Andre Lima has good boxing but weak takedown defense. So I'm going to kind of stay away from this fight because otherwise I would go with Repulso, but taking it on 2 weeks' notice, something about that doesn't sit right with me. It doesn't. So I'm just going to put a little something on over 1.5 round prop and over 2.5 round prop. And that's about all I can do with this fight. So that's the whole fight card right there, y'all. Good luck this Saturday. I hope you guys hit and make some good money, and I'll be talking to you later.